So this has dried, and as you'll notice, I've already painted most of the flowers, but I thought it's so intricate and really time consuming because I've got to get into all these petals. I thought I'd do some with you, and of course as I do some I also notice where I've left some blank spots. As you can see, I'm now tackling this one, and then the rose needs to be done, and some are nice and easy to color because of the resin. They've hardened a little bit underneath, so they're not flimsy little petals as others are. But I have to say, every time I've watched the videos and I think, oh wow, that looks absolutely beautiful, the colors of flowers that these ladies have put down, and then of course they paint everything back and I just think, oh, why? But I do have to say that I actually like the effect of the black. Sorry, I just need to get in there. Of course, I've not thought of a color scheme or how this is even going to look afterwards. It would mean I've planned something, and I honestly have not. Guess you're just seeing hands trying to get into it. What do you guys think? Do you think it actually looks lovely as it is in the black? I think it's beautiful. I think you can see more of the features and the face as it is now in black than you could with the blue. I love it. I am absolutely loving it. But no, I won't leave it in black. I will put some color into it. So I'm just finding a few bits there. Paint is already, brush is already in the water, so just grab another one. Of course, when you see me in a few seconds for you, everything will be nice and dry, and then we'll have some fun putting some color together. So I've been waiting on some paints and things for the box that I need to do. I read about the dragonfly paint glaze in the Egg magazine, because I subscribe to a local egg magazine, and I thought I want to try it, especially after doing that notebook, well, after doing a notebook, and I used some powder and it worked really, really well because it's also iridescent. So I've got 4 of these: violet, blue, green, blue, green, gold, red, violet, blue, and green, gold, red. Now I'm thinking I'm going to try the violet blue for an, can I say, an all over experience, especially down here, and then I'll see how it works. I want to start off with just giving this bottom part a coat and getting that sorted so that I can do some more tonight, because at least this will dry during this afternoon, and then tonight I can come and do some more and get this done. I figure if I don't like it, what is the worst that can happen? I just have to paint over it. I guess a coat of black gesso again and start over. But I'm really hoping that it gives me that iridescent feel, look to it. I really, really hope it does. Gosh, I thought there'd be color in that, but it's white. Can you see that? It's white. Huh? Okay. What did I say? Violet, blue, green. Oh. Can you guys see that shimmer? Wow, I am so impressed. I actually don't even think I needed to put as much as I did. Now I really want to do the lace. Oh my, I do love that. Please tell me you can see that. I wonder if I turn this light back towards this side. Oh, there you go. Wow. Wow. I will put the link on the description. I did get these from Amazon, the 4 of them. They were not cheap, but I think there was a note from who sells these, and if there's a link or an email, I'll put their address, their details too. Even though I got these off Amazon because it's where I could find them. When I did a search, I couldn't find anywhere else. But if we can support small businesses, especially with everything that's been going on this year, I think I'd rather put their contact details below if I do have them. If not, I'll put the Amazon link. But I am absolutely loving this. Loving it. And you don't need that much. I actually thought I was going to need a lot more. Look at that. I wonder how it's going to dry. Oh my. I hope you guys are getting the full effect of this because it is absolutely gorgeous. I have to say, guys, I am absolutely in love with it. I am so in love with it. And because I don't really have an idea yet of what I want to do on the top, I don't know if I want to carry on with this. I really need to get my head together and decide what I've got to do with this because I need to post it. Gold, green, red shift. I think I'm going to try some of that on the rose. I was always going to put a little bit of red on the rose. I didn't want anything too bright or too out there, so I was always going to do a little bit of color on my hands, and you can actually see some of the red in there. Now I'm sure by now you guys know that red is one of my favorite colors, so this could be interesting. It is a little bit tricky because I'm trying not to touch the side of the box. Can you see that? Oh, I think that's beautiful. What was the other one? Blue, green, gold, and red, violet, blue. I wish you could help me. Tell me what to do. So I've decided that the top I'm going to do several things. I am going to put this on most of it. But then I also want to do a little bit more of silver and maybe some gold around it, just so that there's a little bit of color in it. But I have to say I'm absolutely in love with the effects of this paint. It's more than I ever expected, to be honest. Then again, I wasn't too sure what I was expecting. You know, when I don't get things done and I know I'm running out of time to get it posted, or if someone orders it, then I give it my all and I make sure it gets done on time and it's out, you know, because that's what I've promised. I know I did a notebook, which you probably would have seen the video, the wooden cover, and luckily they did order it on a weekend, so I had all the time in the world during a weekend. But if it's during the week where I have a full-time job, unfortunately this is not it, then, you know, my time is some evenings, and at lunchtime I'll come in here for about half an hour, 45 minutes, and do something. So then that would have taken a lot longer, would have taken me easily a week probably to have finished that notebook, whereas I managed to finish it over the weekend, which was really, really good, and got it out to the lady that had ordered it, which she was then sending it to Australia for her granddaughter. So I was pleased I got that out in time. Sorry, this brush is leaving hair all over the place. The swirls will have a different color, but I just figure I'm going to give them just a touch of this. What I thought overnight in my nightmares, I want to put some red in this. At the bottom, I don't want to bring it out all over. Just on the inside there, if you can see that. There you go. Just a little bit extra of color. I think what I want to do is, all I do is I put the brush into the paint and then just dab it around, because I don't want to be a lot of paint on the brush, and then just put it on. This is alchemy wax. I just want to use it in the middle there, maybe with some of those petals, and I want that in gold, to be honest. That little, that one, I don't know why, but my head says gold, so I'm gonna go with that. I've had these 4 jars. I have 4 colors of these alchemy gold. I've had it for years because I saw it being used on one of the craft channels, and I thought, oh wow, that is absolutely brilliant. And then when I got it, it was at the same time I got my first scan and cut, and I just got into all my paper crafting and that. I never used it, even though I could have, but I never used it. Don't know why. So they've been sitting in the drawers for years, and I really do mean a good 3-4 years. And then when I started doing this multimedia, I thought, hang on, I can use these waxes. Not that it's ever stopped me from using it on paper, because I could have, but they were in a drawer, and I think I wasn't sure how to use them, so I was afraid I would ruin my projects, so I didn't use it. But as I've watched some of these videos, I see they do use, well, a lot of them do use alchemy wax, but other types of waxes. And I thought, oh, hang on, I'm sure I have some of that in the back of a drawer somewhere. And I dug them out. Some more alchemy wax. It's just green. I think I need a smaller one than that. I don't want it to be too bright. I want it to just blend in. And that's why you see me go with my fingers, because if I think there's too much on it, I'll wipe it down. Because it has to, I think, stay within this oldie look type thing. I don't know. Don't even know what to call it. There you go. Dulce's crazy ideas and colors. Now, of course, I'm just wondering is, should I be giving the sides of the box and the back some of this gold and silver treatment, or should I just leave it alone? It will become too much, I think. I think the top, I'm going to call it completed. Need to work on the inside now. Better check my time in case I'm late for work. So yeah, just going to work on the inside. It's Friday, so I'll probably come in and work tonight. So today we're going to do the inside of the box. And what I've decided to do is, seeing as how at the bottom I have put all this paper and decoupage, And there's a few drops of black paint in there. I'm not sure how they got there, but there you go. Anyway, because in a box you never really see the bottom of it, so I've decided I'm going to leave it like this, because I was originally going to put some of this paper also at the bottom. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm going to give it a coat of blue, because I don't want it to be black. And seeing as how here and the sides and that has got that tinge of blue, I'm going to give it a coat of blue on the inside. This I'm going to stick to the top, and then just obviously cut it off nicely and trim it all off properly. But I will give this also a nice coat of blue. Now, whether I'll give it the same coat as I did on the outside or just blue, because this paper has actually got a lovely shine to it, if you can see there. But I don't want to leave it white, because if you think of it, there is absolutely no white on the box. So those are my thoughts. So we'll get cracking on that. Of course, because this has got the flower there and it's got Buddha on, and I'm regretting not having done this earlier on. I can't flatten the top, so I'm just trying to make sure that everything is nice and flat and that it's not going to lift, and it is all stuck down nicely. Minutes doesn't generally take long, but in the meantime we can start painting the inside. This is called, it's Deco Art Dazzling Metallics Ice Blue, but I'm going to mix it with my Deep Sapphire Extreme Sheen Deco Art also. I'm just going to make a mixture of the both so it's not too dark. I just actually had a thought. In South Africa, in your last year of school, they have a matric farewell. So matric being the final year of high school, and a farewell is a dance, a ball they put together for all the matrics. And I don't know how I just thought of this, but my sister Paula's dress for her matric farewell was a blue, almost this color if I'm not mistaken, but it was definitely a beautiful, beautiful blue. Here's an interesting thought for you. Amazing how sometimes you're doing things and how these random thoughts come to you. I have no idea, but yes, there you go. This blue just brought up that thought. Maybe it's meant to be. The top, it's going to take a lot longer than I expected, because, and if you can see this, don't know if you can see that moving, it hasn't stuck down 100%, because I've got to get it into all these nooks and crannies of this paper. I do make life easy for myself. This beautiful paper, I got it at Hobbycraft a few years back, and when I bought it I just loved one the look of it, but I loved the texture to it. I just loved how it felt. I'm a tactile person, and I bought it with absolutely no project in mind. I had no idea what I was going to use it for or what, but I knew I was going to buy it. I knew I was going to have it, so I bought it. I have used it on some projects before. I actually think my sister Paula has a hamster hand in MDF that I did a few years ago. Don't know if it was for her birthday or as a Christmas present, but the background in the frame is this paper, but in white, because the hand was colorful. The paper, I left it in white. So yeah, she's now got two projects with it. I need to, next time once we're out of lockdown and I'm at Hobbycraft, see if they've still got some of it, because I definitely will get more. Again, who knows for what project or for when, but I guess it gets used. And I think this project has definitely been one of those where I've used a lot of things that I've had for years, like the wax, the alchemy waxes, and need my small brush for this. So yeah, it eventually does come out to play. Okay, so once that is dry, I will finish it off. So cut the sides or trim the sides, and yes, let's maybe just help it along. Okay, so this is fully dry. I have well, I say fully dry, it probably will be dry 100%, but I mean, I can touch it, it's not that tacky anymore. I have given it a second coat on the inside, so all those previous brown marks you could see are gone. Now you can see that even with my paint, you can still see all the work, you know, the brown paper and all the stitching, which I think looks really cool. I like the effect. The top is nicely done, as you can see, and I have already cut the edges off. I would definitely call this box finished. Now what I will do at the end of this video, I will take some close-ups, photos, so you can have a look. And I will also do a video that I always do, short videos that I post on YouTube. And then you can actually see how it all looks, especially in the daylight. I'm going to do a video in the daylight so you can actually see how these colors look. I would say that, my dear friends, wonderful subscribers, and all the viewers, thank you so very much for being here with me and for actually watching both parts. Just want to say, you can still see just there some of that writing that I did right at the beginning with the stencil, and over there the flowers that I also did with the stencil and the gesso. So what I had originally put down is still, you know, it is still there, which is lovely. So anyway, thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching the second video too. And I would like to ask you if you could please leave a comment, subscribe, and share this video or even my channel. And thank you so very much for being here with me. Please do stay safe, stay well, and I will see you on the next project. Bye.